You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live. Stand up, sit down, featuring in-depth discussion and interviews with stand-up comedians on the art of stand-up comedy. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, stand up, sit down.
All right. Welcome to another edition of Black Hollywood Live. I am your host, Nick Perdue, along here with my brand new co-host.
Yeah.
Woo!
Introduce yourself.
Lourdes, LouLou Gonzalez. I like to throw the LouLou in there. Just the keepsake.
Keep it gangster.
Keep it gangsta all the time. Gotta have an alias all the time.
There you go. There you go. And across the table, we have the hilarious, the talented Miss Nicky Bernal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yo, what up?
How are you?
I'm doing good. Better
Yeah?
now that I'm with you two.
There you go. It's Friday. You know what I mean? You out here in these streets now. We're about to do this.
We got stuff to do.
We got things to handle.
Things to handle. Business.
Right.
We got business.
So let's just jump right into it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So you're from Las Cruces, New Mexico.
I am from Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Now, where is Las Cruces? Let's just, because if I were to look on a map, like, is it a big dot or is it a little dot?
It's not a little dot. It's not like a New York little dot. It's actually pretty big. It's about the size
That's
of...
a square, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is square. It's square. It's between Arizona and Texas. We're right towards the border of Mexico because we creeped on over.
I know where the state is. I just
Oh.
want to know where the
Las
city
Cruces
is.
It's
Yeah.
at the very bottom, kind of by Mexico. Because I said we creeped on over.
Y'all creeped on over.
Yeah, we the newer versions of Mexican. We cook, but we don't clean. So we ain't spick and span.
Hilarious. Now, because you're mixed though. You're Mexican as well as Native American.
And Native American.
That's
So
a
who
cool
was-
combo.
Yeah, who was who?
My mom's side is the Native American side. My dad's side's Mexican. He's Mexican, Irish, and my mom's Native American, Spanish. So I don't know whether I want to like cook, clean, gamble, or start a bar fight. It's kind of confusing. No, and it's part of actually my comedy because when I get up on stage, people don't believe me that I'm Mexican by the way I look because I'm like really teeny and super flat and like straight. And my mom's super curvy. And she literally told me my Native American side was why I didn't get curves because they're like super flat. Yeah, and I told her, okay, so that's now I know how I got that flat booty.
I mean, you look Mexican, not to say,
Yeah.
like the Mexicans have a look, but I'm Latin. I can recognize another Latin blood
We
in
see
you.
spice when we see
I
spice.
see a little spice. Yeah. I was like, she's something.
She's something.
She's something. Didn't know what, but she was something.
Something that can drink and be angry.
Yeah. You can do squats too. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
we got those thighs.
Yeah.
There you go.
We always got good legs.
So don't worry about that flat booty.
I know. We'll try to work on it. You can teach me. You can teach me how to build it back up.
But you're also an athlete, right? You played Division I softball at the University
Yes.
or New Mexico University. What is it?
New Mexico State
University.
Yeah,
right.
University of New Mexico's our rivals. Those are the Lobos. Those are Albuquerque. You said you knew where Albuquerque was.
Yeah.
You gotta get jumped.
Yeah, that's how I pay for school. Like in those Latin families, once they see that a kid has any athletic ability whatsoever, they're like, shoot, no savings bonds. You're getting a scholarship
yeah.
or you going to be smart because we
Yeah.
ain't paying for it.
That's how I'm too.
That happened.
Did you play college athletics too?
Yeah, I played softball.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was playing shortstop. My dad was like, score.
So you were fighting the lesbians too. Yeah, we fought that good fight.
every day.
Every day.
I was like, no, I'm not, but I respect you.
And don't show me a pair of Oakleys because I'll do a kegel. It's like, quick.
No, but like, what position did you play?
I played second.
Really?
Yeah, and you?
So we would have been like, I was shortstop.
Oh, cool.
So we'd have been like here.
Yeah.
Like, we'd have had great communication.
Oh, yeah, and we'd be protecting the vajayjay because when they slide in, we're like, don't slide in with those fingers.
Yeah. It's tough, man. You don't understand. Women's sports is tough, man. We got to fight so many things. It's like, all right, we got to know the sport, know the rules of the whole lesbian world. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm in it, but I'm not in it. Like,
But they always try to get you in it.
Okay, well, let me ask you, what has been, this is a question for both of you, what has been like a lesbian experience to where you're like, wait a minute. But then, like, what was something where you're kind of like, Maybe.
I've never had that
I've never
maybe
had a
moment.
maybe
You never
moment.
had a maybe moment?
No.
No, lesbians in softball and college are not like pretty lesbians like people think. They're really big and muscular and like manly. They could take you.
Yeah, they're like they're like Seth Rogen and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like that's
Seth
what it's
Rogen.
that's what it's like in the field. It's like, all right, cool. Like
In the field, she acts like it's the army. Like that's what it's like in the field.
It's what it is in the field. Like, it's like, okay, cool. Like, you stay over there on third. I'm
I'm gonna sit right here.
gonna sit right here. I actually played high school basketball too.
Oh, that's cool.
That's when I first really figured out, like, there was a lot of lesbians in this sport, and I didn't know.
In high school?
In high school, and I was just so naive because I wanted to play basketball, and I was in the locker room, and they all like took their clothes off, and I was like, "Cool, let's get ready for this game." And like nobody else was like taking off their clothes but me, and they were just like, "Hey," and I was just like, "No."
I'm like, I'm gonna go change in this bathroom stall.
It's like, really, this is not the team sport I was looking
Yeah.
for. So
Listen, team unity has to happen whichever way it,
That's a type of
good
unity.
bonding experience, You got to know that the girl playing next to you has your back.
But not once in your back.
Yeah, I don't want that. Don't.
I mean,
Did you ever have that moment? Did you ever play like sports, like organized sports like that?
I ran track. So, there was a lot of us and we didn't really have a locker room. You know what I mean? So it's like,
You just went
and there
home?
was boys and girls. So,
So nobody wanted to like stretch you out
No.
like, before a game?
no,
Like extra hamstring pull. Like, just making sure, let me lean over you, bro.
none of that.
None of that?
None of that. None of that. None of that.
You haven't lived a full life.
I had one scary lesbian experience ever in college playing softball. I was a freshman, and one of our catchers that had like transferred over from a JUCO was like literally 195 pounds, and we used to have to sell those like programs at the football game during the winter and stuff like that because we weren't playing. So I'm stuck in this car with this big catcher, and she's like, "You like chicks?" And I'm just like scared my pants on, not off. And I'm just like, no. And she's like, you want to think about that again? And I'm just like, no, I'm straight. And she's like, you tell anybody that we had this conversation, I will beat the crap out of you.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, oh, can I transfer?
Hopefully she's listening now.
I hope so.
know?
You mean you a bully and people don't like bullies nowadays. They make movies about that stuff.
There's a whole program against you, okay?
Yes.
Don't bully.
That's funny. So when did you start doing stand-up comedy?
I started when I was young. When I was 18. I was always like the clown and stuff like that on the softball team. Even, I should say that I started when I was really young, like at about 5, 6, because I was an only child till I was 8 years old. So I spent a lot of time alone at home, talking to myself, but listening for like the garage door to open so I could stop before my parents came in. But yeah, I got my first open mic opportunity when I was 18 in El Paso, Texas, and it just kind of went on from there.
What was that like? What was that first time on stage like?
I didn't know what I was going to say or talk about. I was kind of like pushed into it, and I talked about softball. I was just like, because first of all, when you're living in Las Cruces, all the girls used to go to Juarez, Mexico to party, but I couldn't risk my scholarship and do that. So I would leave them at the border, literally. And go find things to do. That's pathetic. That was like the start of my comedy career. I'm dressed in heels and a mini skirt, not wanting to go drink and drown in Mexico because I'm like, my parents won't pay for my school if I screw up. And I'm sitting in the back of like the comic strip, El Paso comic strip, like hiding, drinking a Diet Coke because I'm under 21. Like, please don't catch me. Please don't catch me. And one of the comics like offered me a spot on the open mic. And I get up there like in a skirt and heels, and I'm like, I don't even dress like this. I'm a straight softball player. I'm Latina. I've never been scared of so many tacos in my entire life.
So wait, so your first open mic you had on heels
And a mini skirt.
and a mini skirt.
Yeah,
You
I'm
were
mad-
brave.
I can't even do that as a professional comic now. I will fall into the crowd.
I can't do that on a regular basis because I'm clumsy. So
Me too.
For you to do that on stage, I applaud you.
And plus, you know, because you're an athlete, we roll ankles really easily.
Yeah.
I roll them just walking down the grocery store aisle, let alone in heels. So I watch people like Eleanor Kerrigan wear like espadrilles, like big old shoes on stage. I'm like, girl, you got swag. You from Jersey. You know how to do that.
I applaud you.
Thank you. Well, that was my only one time, so we'll applaud my one time.
Hey.
There you go.
Then
First time
it
for
was
everything.
back to boots.
Oh,
All
yeah.
boots.
Yeah, somebody asked me the other night, I was like, why don't you wear heels on stage? I was like, do you not know how hard it is to walk in heels?
Right.
You're like, do you know how I dress on a regular basis?
I was like, I'm not doing that.
I ain't dressing up for you people.
Well, no, I mean because it's like I get it because like some people get mad at guys that either like dress up and wear suits,
Yeah.
or they don't dress enough. You know, like they may wear shorts. Now,
They come in their
shorts-
pajamas.
Yeah, like you probably shouldn't do that.
And
you
I,
know?
and I have a lot of people who say, like, you're a female comedian, don't dress too sexy.
Right.
Because then they won't respect you. I'm like, but I like being sexy. Like,
Well, I had some good advice early on. Somebody told me, when you're a decent looking female comic, if you're not like unfortunate and huge and big, they told me that the biggest obstacle you face getting up on stage is that as soon as you get on stage, 90% of the women in the crowd already hate you. And you also got to keep the men paying attention to you without making their girls think that you're hitting on them while you're talking to them. So you got to keep it on a level. Like So the first joke I always throw out in an opener gets the females on my side, but it's still funny enough to get the men's attention. Like, okay, she's got something relevant to say other than, oh, I got my nails done and my girlfriends told on me last night that I was hooking up with this dude and he didn't pay for all my drinks. Like, you want something relevant.
do you feel it's difficult being a female comedian?
I know there's a lot of talk out there that there's lots of sexism and stuff in comedy. I always feel like funny is funny. And if you're funny enough and you can't be undeniable, then it's not going to matter what sex you are. So I go to every...
Preach.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, amen. Hallelujah. I always just go to every single show and be really respectful and just try to do my comedy the best that I can. Be super, super nice and just... introduce yourself, be on time, just do your set. Don't focus on the hecklers in the crowd because then you turn into like the chick that wants the attention from the one person that doesn't want to give you attention. You have all these people in the crowd like, love me, love me, love me. And you're like, no, I want this person because they don't want me.
Isn't that a woman, though, in general?
Yeah, just in general. Guys, you guys would pay attention to all the people that want you and stay away from the one that doesn't.
Yeah, just brush your shoulders off, right? That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. How do you handle hecklers though?
I don't engage them too far because I don't want them controlling my set. I don't ever let it ruin my cadence or ruin my speed through my set. I will engage when I feel it's appropriate. If someone's being disrespectful, I'm not going to be like, yo, shut up. Like, because then it just like silences the crowd. They're just like, oh, mama just got hit at the dinner table right now. So I'll say a couple things back. Like I had one heckler one time said something completely ignorant. I was talking about how Walt Disney hasn't given us a Mexican Disney princess. And he's like, yeah, they did. Pocahontas.
What?
And I was like, bro, she's just brown, okay? She's Native American. She made teepees. We make tortillas, okay? It's different. So as long as I have something witty to say, then I'm fine. But if it turns into a, well, what do you want to talk about type thing, then I don't want to toss them the microphone at that point.
Yeah. That is hilarious, though.
Thank you.
I wish there was a Mexican Disney princess.
Yeah, there isn't.
Like
there will be eventually, I think.
Well, there was talks about it, but it's funny because they said they were going to give us one. It was going to go straight to DVD. Because they know we'd have it ripped and burned on DVD before it came to theaters anyway. So they're like, we're just going to beat them to the punch.
What made you even think of a Mexican Disney princess? Like, how do you even like come up with your jokes and how do you write and stuff like that?
It's all life-based. It's all family-based. I grew up worshiping the ground that Disney walked on. Like literally, it's so sad because in Las Cruces, there ain't nothing to do. And my mom loved Disney. We would take one vacation every summer, pile in my mom and dad's car and drive to California to go to Disneyland. Yeah, that's not fun when you're in a car with your parents for 15 hours waiting to just walk another 15 hours around a theme park. And I remember seeing like all the little girls take pictures with all the Disney princesses, and I'm just like, well, how come there's not a Mexican one? So I tell crowds now it's Ariel the Little Mermaid since she swam to shore and couldn't speak the language.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
That's
funny.
It's hilarious.
That's funny. That's funny.
It's true.
What did your parents think, when you decided, hey, I want to do this comedy thing for real?
They were a little disappointed because they knew I was kind of teetering in and out of it. I took a really big break because I had a big girl job, is what I like to call it. I got my degree in contract management and business administration. I was working for NASA.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I was writing contracts for NASA. I bought like the little LED lights in the astronauts' helmets.
Shut up.
Yeah, and the treadmill that they like exercised on in the International Space Station. Yeah, I wrote the contracts for those things.
That's very impressive.
It's a big girl job.
That is
It was a big girl job, but it was miserable. You're behind a desk all day long working with people that are a lot older than you that don't really want you there sometimes. NASA wasn't as bad. I moved to California to work for Northrop Grumman because I wanted the opportunity to be here. I figured anything I'm going to want to do eventually, even if it's not this, is going to be in LA, either way. but that was a different environment. It was the first time I had worked at like a commercial environment, and they hated me. They were like, this girl is too young to be making the money that she's making. She's got a smart mouth on her, and she wants to come in and change things. Like, hell no.
Did you ever get to eat any astronaut food?
Oh, yeah. The freeze-dried space food? Oh, yeah. That stuff's gross.
Is it?
It's disgusting. It's not like the Dippin' Dots that they give
Really?
you. It tastes like, it looks like a block, and then you bite it, it's like powder. You're using your saliva to make it into something.
Do you talk about this on stage?
A little bit about the NASA stuff, just that the astronauts know how to party.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they were throwing. I had never seen theme parties like these engineers and NASA people would throw. They're like, yo, let's have a highlighter party, and let's have a sex and execs party, and let's,
Sex and execs.
Sex and execs.
Wow.
That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, ABC party. They threw an ABC party, an anything but clothes party.
What?
You had to make your outfits out of anything but clothes.
What?
How crazy is that? All these
Where was
people-
HR? That's what I want to know.
I know, right?
They're the ones throwing the party,
Yeah,
right?
they were probably
Sex
the
and
ones.
execs. Yes.
They were probably ones wearing the caution tape tube dresses.
That is
Hilarious.
I want to do that now. That's like pretty cool.
She's like, can I apply for an
I'm
internship
sure
at
it's
NASA?
like, is anybody listening from NASA?
Yeah, they were cool. I had fun working for NASA, but I missed making people laugh. And the reason I came back is, I had cancer when I was 25. Yeah, I had ovarian and cervical, and I figured if I can live every single day on stage and turn any negative situation or awkward situation I've been in into a laugh that people turn into something positive, I can leave this earth knowing that I never had a bad day my entire life.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah. It's the most purest form of positive energy is doing stand-up comedy because you are getting on stage and making people relate to you.
Yeah.
You're saying what they've been through, but they're too scared to admit that they've been through because they think no one else has.
Yep.
And that's when you really see that moment when everybody's like applauding and laughing because they're going, oh my God, I've been there. I've totally been there. And I didn't think anybody else did too. And you just see the look on your faces and you realize why you're there on stage.
It's an amazing feeling.
You're just like, ah.
So what has been your best show?
I've had a couple. I love doing the improv, especially the Brea, because that crowd is always wanting to be there. It's not like a promoted crowd where they're like, well, I got a free ticket, so dance, monkey, dance.
Dance, monkey,
Dance, monkey, dance. They just love comedy, and you can tell they're like sitting there eager and anxious, and they want to laugh.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I had a long day. I'm at my 9 to 5. Make me laugh, please. Make me feel like I want to go to work the next day.
So with that being said, what was your worst show?
My worst show ever was probably, I did this comedy competition. And I had made it all the way through without, bringing people or anything like that. And it was the finals. And a bunch of these comics that I hadn't seen in the previous round had brought like 40 to 50 some odd people. And there was one that knew who he was up against. Like, it was me and Ryan Reeves. And then this other one that I won't mention, but me and Ryan are like, we're SOL. We're done. This ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you could tell because all this guy's people were in the front. And when me and Ryan went up, they were just like arms crossed, like not doing anything. And the only people that were laughing were in the very back by the bar. So it just kind of kills your spirit because you're trying to talk to them. And these people in front are like clowning on you, and you're just like, oh, I just want to throw your wine in your face right now so bad. You white people, just laugh. Red stains your clothes. Don't make me do this.
So they weren't laughing at all. It was just like
You could tell it was purposeful.
Yeah.
It was hurtful because I'm just like, this guy's so mean. He told them not to do anything, not even blink.
Yeah, I've done comedy competitions like that. It's like, man, you're crushing my dreams.
I know.
Man.
It just
Let me
hurts.
live.
It hurts. I'm like, I love you people in the back. You my friends. I swear I'm going to give you a dap on the way out just to show my respect.
Dap on the way out.
But now, have you seen this comedian since?
I haven't gotten into a show with him. I know him. We cool, but I knew in the back of my mind because even when like me and Ryan were trying to work on our sets, he was like clowning coming in like, so what about those Kings games? And I'm just like, bro, go deal with your stuff. You got your whole family and your second cousins and your posse here and all your people from middle school here. So just go talk to them.
Was he funny though?
He was stealing a lot of jokes.
You can say his name.
Yeah.
No, I ain't going to.
You-
'cause
you-
no.
What is his name start? I mean, just so I know, so when I do a show and he's
I
there.
I will tell you after the show. But the thing was, at the time I was featuring for Jason Collings. He's a very good friend of mine.
Hilarious. Dude.
Yeah,
Jason's hilarious.
I love Jason. He's amazing. He came to support me, him and Camilla Cleese, and Jason is literally sitting there like, I'm gonna go get this guy right now. He's doing Louis C.K.'s jokes and George Lopez's jokes. He's like, do these people not know?
Yeah.
And he was like, it's because we're in Long Beach and people don't know.
Yeah.
Like they hear a funny joke and they just hear funny. They don't know the pretenses of it, that it's a major comedian's bit.
Yeah.
And he was just getting really, really upset. And he's like, no, I'm going to stand up and say something. I was like, no. This is just a comedy competition. The way I see it is it's just time on stage.
Yeah.
Like you're still getting
true.
time.
That's true.
Either
Your
way,
face
you
is
got to be
still seen.
grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, how do you feel about people stealing jokes?
You know, I don't really complain about it. The only reason I am about that situation is because I felt like we had worked hard to be in that position to make it to the finals. And I wanted to see somebody take it, not necessarily me, but somebody that was original and unique and deserved, to take that was really up and coming and had a very unique voice. I hear a lot of friends that deal with it that always get like those Facebook messages like, oh, I said that joke on Twitter first. It's time stamped and you stealing my stuff.
On Twitter? On Twitter now?
Yeah, like if you check my YouTube.
Is that how we're documenting jokes now?
I know, right?
Hilarious.
It's like email traffic. Like I have it documented, time date, stamped, my name's on it. It's mine.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't really deal with it that often. I've never had somebody call me out as a joke thief because my jokes are very, very based on my family
Yeah.
and things that I've dealt with. I don't do very, everyday type jokes like
Yeah.
sexting and stuff like that because it's so out there in the open and anybody's been through those situations before. So I want to keep things more on an even keel with who I am and where I've come from. That way also the fans can get to know me
Yeah.
and get invested in me.
How often do you write new material? Like, do you have like a set you do for competitions and a set
Yeah.
you do for like you're going on tour or whatever? Like what? How do you base like what you're gonna do for what show?
I have about, I have so many jokes based over like the 8 some odd years I've done comedy that I have 30 minutes that I know I can do clean. Like if a producer
good.
wants,
Strong,
yeah.
Yeah.
If the producer wants it clean, I can give it clean without any sexual innuendo, without any cuss words, nothing. Like it'll be more family orientated jokes about, my mom being desperate for grandbabies and stuff like that and why I can't have them because my roommates in red Solo cups are saying no to me. And then I've got like and then I have like a medium level set too.
Yeah.
Where if you're at a bar, that's also a restaurant, you see kids in the back, you're like, okay, I can be a little dirty, but it's going to be innuendo.
Yeah.
And then if you're doing a set like at the Improv or Comedy Store, it's like no holds barred. I can do my 30 minutes dirty. But if you're doing a comedy competition, I always have like a good 15 minutes where it's 5 to start, where it's not my best material, but I know it's good enough hitting where it'll get me through.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to give them your good stuff right away. You want to save that to the finals.
So you're standing there like, well,
Yeah.
this is it, guys.
Right.
That's all I got to say for now. You just going to have to keep me on if you want to hear more.
You're gonna see the same thing next time. But
Yeah.
Hope you didn't record it.
I know, right? It was almost like the first time I ever did a comedy competition like 6 years ago, I ran into that because I was trying to like cram all my jokes in. And then when I made it, I was like, what am I going to do next week? I give them all the good stuff. I'm
so
like,
you
shoot.
didn't do the same set. You did a whole different set.
Yeah,
or you did-
I did a whole different set, but the other comics were doing the same one.
Yeah.
I was like, these people are going to be like, oh, he did the same thing last week. Didn't we have to hear something different? And I didn't want to be in that position. So I figured out a way to get past it.
Gotcha.
I still wore the same outfits,
Oh, okay.
but not the same jokes.
They're like, she looks the same, but
Yeah.
something sounds different.
Wasn't that the same hoodie as the last time? Did she just change up her chucks?
Can't go wrong with Chucks.
Can't go wrong with chucks.
That's funny.
You got the red and the black ones. You just switch it up. You can even like
Do
put
one and the other?
Yeah, exactly.
See? I feel it.
We're on the same page. Those softball players. That's our style. We ain't got much
It's the
style.
second base and
It's the
shortstop.
style.
That's what it
I
says.
feel
Just here, roll it.
Oh, got it.
We just turned the double and you don't even
You
know
didn't
it.
know. You didn't even know.
No.
So you didn't even know what happened. But
I didn't.
Yeah.
I would have been out.
Yeah.
That's whatever. I would have been out.
The mic
Right.
head almost went with me as a softball, but we turned that double play.
You would have been out.
Yeah, I
You would've been
definitely.
out.
You know.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's fast. He could have done like a hook slide or something.
I don't even know what that is. So, that's
Basketball player, right?
I said I ran track.
Did
so,
you? Oh, yeah, you did say you ran
no
track.
sliding involved in track.
She just assumed, tall
Yeah.
black guy.
Tall black guy. Basketball.
Sorry.
Checkers champion 97 in my Tri-City area. Check it out.
Debate
Check it out.
Debate
Right?
team.
Yeah. Like, oh, Nikki play basketball. No. Checkers. Champions.
I don't know. I think running track's kind of a stereotype, too. You guys are fast.
I mean, it definitely is.
So I win either way. It's just because I'm Mexican. I'm not a swimmer, okay? It's not like I swam in swim meets.
Is there a Mexican swim team?
No.
Oh.
You would think we'd win that every
there
single
should.
year.
You would think.
There should be like an Olympic event. They should be in that.
There is an Olympic event
But
called
that's
swimming.
They should be in that.
We won
should be in
soccer.
that.
We won soccer last year, but I don't like running. Like, that never seemed fun to me. I played volleyball because I'd watch the soccer team just like running laps all day long. I'm like,
Listen, but that's more running than track, though. Soccer is
How is that
running.
possible?
Because the game doesn't stop. Like, it doesn't slow down. Like, in 90 minutes, you're going back and forth. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? At least track, like, we have a set distance, okay? Like, we're running 100 yards.
Right.
All right, that's it. You know?
He's like, I get my mile done in like 6 minutes. I ain't
like,
I ain't playing this.
That's it. Like, 90 minutes, I'm done in 5. Like, okay, we need to,
We ain't talking about your bedroom activities, Nick, okay?
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I know, because it's 5. It's it. If I'm going to get mine, if you don't get yours, and that's it.
You're
I'm
like, sorry.
I'm sorry.
You need to handle your business within my business.
Right. Foreplay king.
Yeah.
Foreplay king?
Lady killers.
Look at
Lady
those
killers.
fingers.
Right.
Those are like
Dang.
spider things. What's going on?
Lady killers, I'm telling you. All you need is 5 minutes. With Nick, all you need is 5 minutes because you're already going to,
I think Hustler based all the toys on Nick's fingers. It just took like diagrams, put the little sensors on it. It's like, okay, Purdue, all you have to do is move your fingers for 5 minutes.
With Nick Perdue, 5 minutes is all it takes to get what you really need.
Available today at Hustler stores all over the country.
This podcast is brought to you by Nick Perdue's Fingers.
Boom.
Call now. If you order in the next 3 minutes, you can get a second set for free. You and your friend will be having a great time with Nick Perdue's Fingers.
That's going to be a new hashtag.
I know. Look at the enjoyment on your loved one's face when you give them one of Nick Perdue's magic fingers.
That's a great Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah. The gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
Ladies, you alone tonight? Get Nick Perdue's fingers.
The only downside is that, like, every time people meet me, like, oh my God, Nick, I feel like I know you. I feel like I know you.
What if they like shake your hand and they're like,
Right.
oh my gosh.
Exactly. Like, they're like, ooh. Jesus.
This is,
Oh my goodness.
And then you can just buy his comedy tape and listen to it while you got those fingers.
Oh, it's a bonus.
Hilarious.
What was your What was your event? I want to know this though. What was your track event?
400.
What's
4x4. It's a single lap around the track.
You do it by yourself, the single lap, or is it the one with the relay?
Well, I did both. I did.
That's the relay when they're
to
passing the
where
baton.
I did the single one, and then I did the relay. So like all 4 of us ran the single lap. So that was like the premier event, the 4x4 varsity men's boys or men's
boys.
I know.
First of all, this is getting a little weird. The men's boys event.
The men's boys event.
That's I mean, some schools had boys. We
Yeah.
had men. But like it was always like the last event that you would wait for because this was the determining factor.
How long did it take to do one lap?
My PR in high school
PR?
was personal record.
Oh,
Excuse
woo.
me.
Yeah, that's non-win aided, so you can look that up too. It was actually 50.1, so 50 seconds.
Wow.
One.
You did the one lap
The one single lap. Yeah.
and 50.
50.1.
Are you
seconds.
kidding me?
That's insane.
So you're telling me if you really put your body and mind to it, you can do a mile in almost under 4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, like that's in theory, yeah.
in theory.
Yeah. In theory, yeah. If every lap I ran was 50 seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy
Right.
though. That's
Yeah.
insane.
That's
Congratulations.
amazing.
No ex-girlfriend has ever caught
Can't
up to
do
you
that
running
now.
after you.
Definitely not.
Ever.
Definitely not.
Nick,
No.
come back here. Well, okay, never mind. Just go.
Right, right. Trip them and then they take off and then,
That's awesome.
on to the next one.
Yes.
Right?
Also for sale, Nick Perdue's legs.
You want to run away from that crazy ex-girlfriend? Well, we got the ticket for you.
If you thought Nick Perdue's fingers was great, wait till you get a hold of Nick Perdue's legs.
Also works for Valentine's Day.
The perfect combo. One starts the madness and one ends it.
I'm mad that you guys are soliciting my body right now. This is
It's LA, bro. You gotta use what you gotta use.
It's LA.
You marketable. That's what we call it. You marketable.
You're a hot commodity.
Pieces of me are marketable. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, we don't want to talk about the lips, okay? That's a different instance. We don't want to go there. We're trying to keep this PG-13.
We went past PG-13 with
the fingers.
Yeah, this is
It could have been a back massage. What are you thinking, girl?
a personal massager.
Personal massager.
Is what
So you
they
got
call it.
both fingers on one shoulder?
Available now at Brookstone.
And sharper image.
Sky Mall catalog.
Oh my God.
Nick Perdue fingers. For those long flights, bring Nick Perdue fingers with you.
You're well known with American Airlines.
Hilarious.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
That is amazing. This is
Billy Mays here with Nick Perdue.
Where has the show gone? It's crazy.
from the creator of ShamWow comes Nick Perdue's
Right.
fingers.
Your personal ratings, your PR, your personal ratings, and your show ratings are gonna go up just from your fingers.
I can't wait to like have everybody hashtag.
I can't wait till we patent this. This
This is
item.
ours now. You know this, right? This is ours. We're all getting a cut.
I did contracts. This is a verbal agreement.
This is all. See?
Yeah, you got your contract person right here. You done.
Mm-hmm.
You're mine. Just kidding.
You guys.
He's like, I'm never asking Nikki back on this show again.
Yeah, this is the first and last one. This is it.
Like you're pretty good at like improv, right?
I've never done improv troops, but I did a radio show. I was a radio host.
This is a little improv though.
Yeah, when you do radio or a podcast, you have to be like quick thinking, quick on your feet. You know, little quips every once in a while, play off each other's energies and whatnot. We doing good. You guys a good team. I like this.
Oh, thank you. He doesn't.
She's a keeper. I like her.
Listen to the lady.
We'll see what you guys say. But no, okay. But what do you think? Being a stand-up.
Sure.
Especially now because like the internet, you got Vine, you got YouTube,
Right.
you got Twitter, you got people. So you got people online that think that they're funny.
Right.
Right. And then you have the traditional stand-up.
Right.
So. How do you feel about these internet comedians who are just strictly internet comedians versus the traditional stand-up comedians?
It's kind of like the whole Justin Bieber thing, too. It's like he didn't grow up, performing on different stages. He became big on YouTube. That's where he was discovered.
True.
Yeah.
And he's, one of the top recording artists in the country. I know Mariah Carey isn't going, that SOB. I can't believe he made it on YouTube. I had to deal with my crazy ex-husband and all these producers to make it. And I couldn't even do the music I wanted to. They put me in some little booty shorts singing like halfway country, poop-a-castic, shoot, whatever. But Justin Bieber gets to just pat on his drums as a little baby behind a YouTube video
Now he
camera.
has a private jet.
Yeah. Now he's got that G6 or whatever it is. No, I don't mind because I feel like as long as they're expressing themselves, it's okay. It keeps comedy alive because in any industry, any entertainment industry, it's going to progress and it's going to change. Certain ways are going to die off, Like even with the introduction of bringer shows. When I started, they didn't have bringer shows.
Yeah.
It was just a change of the times and that's just the way it is. Like people are online.
Yeah.
They're not always at clubs to watch comedy. So it actually keeps our job alive a little. I mean, I don't do it very often. I don't Vine very much. Also,
You don't?
a little bit. I started out and then I was like, it's too hard getting followers on this thing. Why they got like 19,000 and I got like 50?
It only takes one.
25.
One good.
I'm at 26 actually. now.
26,000.
26,000?
26,000.
Dude, you're my new hero.
I'm going for 50.
Are you going for 50?
by March? And
Well, you got your 26,001 right here, so I'll be
Yes.
following you.
Yes.
Shameless
Vine.
marketing ploy.
We should Vine.
Yeah, we do some good ones.
See? Networking.
Yep.
How do you feel about playing Dora?
I've done it before on stage. So
Are you
it's okay.
serious?
I'm like, hola, me, I'm Dora. Swiper, no swiping.
I would like to have you as Dora all grown up.
Oh, that's awesome. I would love it.
Where's Dora now?
Yeah, where's Dora now?
Didn't you see my Halloween costume when I posted it on Instagram? I was Dora holding her Corona.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was like, forget the most interesting man. Dora drinks Corona.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I had like the backpack and it even talked. Like you pressed it and it talked. I made it. I took the little backpack toy and then I took a purple backpack and like really, really Mexican constructed this and like super glued the straps to it.
Mexican constructed this.
Yeah. I didn't sew it. I super glued.
It has to be authentic. Right?
Yes, it had to be authentic.
You know, that's funny.
Yeah,
That
it was
that
fun.
is that's definitely funny.
Thank you.
Now, you know, like there's, I don't know. I feel that where we are right now in comedy, there's
Right.
only maybe like one top tier comedian.
Right.
You know, how do you feel about having multiple, you know, people with that top spot versus like, oh, it's only Kevin Hart or it's only like, you know, one person.
Right. Well, you know, the thing is, I'm not jealous of anybody. As long as somebody's still making it in comedy, we all got a shot. And I feel like, you know, way back when there were groups of people that worked together in comedy. And if
Yeah.
one person made it, then they all kind of made it. It was kind of like the Jimmy Kimmel, Sarah Silverman like era, where it was like one person may have progressed a little further, but they never forgot the people that helped them write and
Yeah.
helped them work. And it's kind of like, you know, I never hosted a weekly show or took on any responsibilities for shows because I was trying to do my own thing. And I just recently, as you probably saw on my Facebook, I took over the show Wednesdays at Cork Lounge. I'm not getting paid for it, but it was something I figured, you know, I want to give my friends some time.
Yeah.
You know, that way they have a place that they can come each week and either do the open mic or I can get them on the main show because I feel like everybody's fighting for time.
Yeah.
And
That's
so...
dope.
And people are so like cliquey with their bookings and stuff like that. And I'm not cliquey. I have friends in comedy because I respect their comedy. When we met at the Haha, I thought you were hilarious and we clicked right away. Like I know people that are genuinely wanting to do this and they're not going to snub people and talk shit and, you know, and be like, oh, I ain't working with this person because they're bigger than me or they're better than me. I just want everybody to be able to have a shot. And guess what? If you're the type of person that doesn't want someone performing next to you because you think they're better than you, then you need to work on your comedy.
Yeah.
And you need to have them on the show.
Right.
So you
It
get
makes
better.
you better.
Right.
Insecure about your jokes.
Exactly. It's like you ain't going to progress from single A to the major leagues if you still hanging around with single A'ers.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, you got to push yourself. And so I don't mind that there's so many top spots in comedy. I don't mind that at all. Even if people are making it by, you know, networking with producers, if they're not that funny, it's fine because guess what? It'll catch up to you later.
Yeah. Is there any comedians you look up to, like, who inspire you?
You know, one of my old mentors very early on that had passed away was Freddie Soto. He was amazing because he knew how to do family-orientated comedy and how to tell it like it is without being disrespectful, you know, without being like that person that would call out his family and they wouldn't want to talk to him the next day. They still loved him. And he still like made it acceptable for Mexicans to tell comedy and let people know how our families really are.
Yeah.
Because they don't really know exactly what goes on in our families. And he would talk about like his dad's accents and stuff. It was hilarious. He'd be like, Dad, how come it's Sharon chicken, but your knife is sharp?
That's my mom.
See? Because everybody goes through that. All these families have these little quips.
Yeah.
And you don't really notice it until somebody gets up on stage and tells it the right way and is respectful about it. So yeah, I look up to him. I really like Brian Reagan too. I
Yeah.
think Brian Reagan's hilarious because it's just the way he views the world. It's so different. I like Jim Gaffigan too because he did something so different in comedy, bringing in the crowd's thoughts into his comedy. Like, oh, this guy is really pale. It's like nobody was doing that. It's like, where's this guy coming up with this? Like, if this guy does another cake joke, I'm gonna hit him.
Any
think
female comedians?
You know, there are so many that I loved growing up. Now, currently, that are actually on the scene. I really, really, and it's so funny because she's one of my actual colleagues that I work with. I really like Jen Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
I love Jen Murphy, and I know she's not like what people would consider like a top comedian right
Yeah.
now, but she's gonna be.
Yeah.
She has a really cool, creative vibe about her on stage, and I love the way she giggles at herself. I can't do that. She's like, yeah, and I can't do it. I can't do it at all. It drives me nuts. I'm like, man, how come Dalia and all these people can like laugh at themselves on stage, and I'm just like, huh? I do. I got like this half goose laugh. I was sitting in the back of the Comedy Store one day at the OR waiting to go up, and Jeff Richards was on stage, and I was kind of writing, and I heard something funny. I was like, huh? And he was like, who the hell let the goose in? He's like, can we get the goose out of here, please? He's like, don't laugh unless you're gonna laugh, okay? Don't give me this pathetic half laugh. You either laugh or you shut up. I was just like, that's just my laugh, okay? I'm sorry.
The goose laugh. It's your signature.
It is the goose laugh. No, I like Whitney Cummings too. She just had this one Girl Scout joke that I really liked when I was younger, talking about like, oh, if you shouldn't let your girls be Girl Scouts because if they're standing on the corner in a miniskirt selling cookies to strangers, you're teaching them how to be hookers.
That's so hilarious.
I love analogies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a very analytical comic. Like, that Mexican Disney princess thing is very analytical. Like, I have a birth control one where I say guys should be the ones on birth control because it makes more sense to take all the bullets out of the guns and make everything they want to shoot at bulletproof. It's, like, very analytical.
I like witty. I like the wittiness.
Yeah. You can probably... Do you do comedy at all?
Yeah, just stand up.
Oh, okay. I've never seen you before. I want to see you because I can tell.
I was going to tell you where you can see me soon.
Oh, please do.
We got to link up. And actually, if you're in Bakersfield this Tuesday,
Okay.
you're probably not going to be. But somebody's going to be in Bakersfield this Tuesday.
Well,
Someone's going to be in Bakersfield.
Somebody's going to be in
I
Bakersfield.
don't have the show on Tuesday, so I will be in Bakersfield. And I'm going to come watch you and support you.
That's strong because Bakersfield is not close.
It's not.
Yeah, I know. But I don't work during the day. I work on the weekends. I actually do bartend.
Really?
I just picked it up. My friend of mine, they lost a bartender at the Basement Tavern in Santa Monica, and I missed it because I used to do flair bartending mixology, like for private events.
Wow, look at
Yeah,
you.
I'm like as short as Tom Cruise, and I can do the stuff on Cocktail.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you drop any bottles?
I have before, and you have to pay for them.
Wait, if you drop it, you have to pay for it?
At some of the old bars I used to work at, yeah. But then the thing is, we get those bottles at cost, so it's like $10 a bottle.
Yeah, I couldn't be a bartender.
You breaking bottles all
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, it's not my fault.
messing up people's drinks. I ordered a White Russian.
She's like, well, you
is
got a
this?
Strong Island, so shut up.
Exactly.
I gotta make 2 drinks: rum and Coke, and Patron and pineapple juice.
Oh, that's all you need. Except give your boy the Patron and pineapple juice because that prepares him for later that night.
Really?
Yeah, it makes his stuff taste good. Pineapple juice.
Right. Sweet, good enough to eat.
There you go.
I don't like the way you looked at me.
She's like, you gave me a very wicked glare.
It was,
That's funny.
again.
The magic
Nick Perdue's
fingers.
fingers,
Magic
guys.
Fingers. Comes with your own personal pineapple juice as well.
Oh,
So you
no.
can- for an extra 99 cents, get
got-
some pineapple juice in the package.
We're going to be marketing with Dole very soon.
Preps in 20 seconds.
Oh, my God.
So you have any shows coming up? Where can people see you live, Nikki?
Every Wednesday at Cork Lounge. I went through my big week of shows just this past week. I'm taking a break. I'm already sweating from these lights. It's like Border Patrol lights in here. I'm like, damn. No, I do the Cork Lounge every Wednesday. I do have some shows coming up. I came so unprepared. I'm just like, I want to just talk and have fun. No, they can get my show schedule on my Facebook. I do have a Facebook fan page. It's Nicky B Comedy. And you can add me as a friend if I really don't think you're a creeper. It's just Nicky Bernal. And my Twitter is also Nicky Bernal.
There you go.
There's going to be creepers, just to let you know.
There's definitely going to be
It's
creepers.
going to be a whole
Not
lot
since
of
I-
creepers.
But that's right. Oh, we almost forgot.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Nikki is now officially in a Facebook relationship. Like it's official because she posted on Facebook and
That means it's real.
yeah.
It is-
So you're
yeah.
not just shacking up and shagging some dude.
No, 5 months of just shacking up and shagging, I figured I should at least get the creepers off my back. Right?
Might as
There
well.
you go.
Yeah. It was like I was telling you, it's kind of like Valentine's Day. If you're not sure he's going to get you the jewelry, you buy it yourself. So I went ahead and did it. I didn't even tag him to it. I'm like, he don't even have to be on there. He's probably doing me a favor not being on there with me.
Was it like a big decision? Were you like sweating before you like decided like?
No.
They're not having a kid.
I'm just like, oh my God, should I do this?
If
I'm
it
like,
happens on Facebook,
I'm like,
it's
I don't
a
know.
big deal.
I don't know. Should I really add
See?
this? Should I really add this? No. It was more like, especially in the comedy world, when you're meeting a lot of guys at shows like that, and they assume you're single, then it becomes, oh, do you want to come over to my place and write tonight and watch a movie?
Yep. That's the go-to line.
And drink some White Russian.
And watch Netflix.
Or a Black Russian if you don't got any milk in the fridge.
Right.
No, it was more of a respectful thing because we've been together for about 5 months now. He also does comedy. And, so many people already knew that we were together that I felt it was respectful to at least not have that single tag out there on my Facebook. I am in a relationship. I'm committed to that person. I don't really care if they say it on their Facebook. I don't really care about any of that stuff, social media. As long as the person's coming home to you at the end of the night, I don't care what else they're doing.
Exactly.
Like, honestly.
Wow.
Keeping it real.
Spoken
Keeping it
like
real.
a true comedian.
Spoken like a true naive person.
I don't care what they're doing during the day, as long as they're coming home. Sure, they're smelling like Badizzy, but they're coming home to me at the end of the night.
I appreciate
Sure,
that.
they come
Make
home
sure you got that
smelling like
pineapple
Feburary.
juice with you.
And Nick Perdue's fingers.
And that bottle of Feburary.
Right. All right, Lou, where can folks find you?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at LouLou Gonzalez. That's 2 Z's.
I'm going to do that right now.
You can find me on Instagram too. You can find me at it's LouLou Gonzalez. And Vine, you can always go to Lourdes Gonzalez. And if you want to see me in person, which I know you do, this Tuesday I'll be in Bakersfield. It's going to be a great comedy show with me and my homegirl Raina Amaya. And on February 19th, I shall be at Ryan Reeves' room. He hasn't told me where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where it's at, but he's like, come through. It's going to be amazing.
You're like, it's either in Hawthorne or some other part.
I think it's in the other part.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'll be there. So
I think it's Shots Sports Lounge.
I think that's where it's at.
Yeah. And that's a good room. You're going to love it.
Oh, great. So I'll be there, guys. So that's about it.
And Nick, where you at?
I don't have any shows coming up, guys. I apologize. But you can find me all over the internet at the Nick Perdue. Thank you guys for tuning in.
You want to be on my Wednesday show?
I'll be on your Wednesday show.
Can I be on your Wednesday show?
Nick, yes. Nick and
See?
LouLou are going to be on my Wednesday show at Cork Lounge if you want to catch them this coming week.
Yeah.
It's in Van Nuys.
Sherman Oaks.
It's in Sherman Oaks. Sherman Oaks, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Dario Kristen, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network. If you have questions or comments, tweet us at BHL Online or email us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. For more exclusive content, visit blackhollywoodlive.com. This has been a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.